pearl for today is basically trust the teacher so that they will trust you. So I would like to share my pearl, but before that, I would like to give a little bit of a background about where I come from. Lebanon it was described ever since that it's a piece of heaven. It's a very beautiful country. However, the people are not the people, the government. So we have went into a very severe economic crisis, and we still are. And it has been described by the World Bank as the third most severe economic crisis ever since the mid-19th century. COVID is not a problem for us with regards to the rest of the things that we have. We have suffered from a Beirut explosion, which was basically the third most non-nuclear bomb. We ended up having causes loss of 218 people, 7,000 injuries. Almost 20% of the capital was destroyed. And this is in addition to the devaluing of our currency. We have been, as Lebanese, very stable in the country, but because of this situation, a lot of people left the country, and rules and regulations within the school had to be modified to accommodate people leaving the country and just resigning last-minute resignation so that they would be able to move to another country. So last year, what happened is that we had an opening in February for the director of preschool, and my colleague, which is a very esteemed colleague, very knowledgeable, applied for that post. She was accepted as the preschool director. She started going to our school for the last month, and she was extremely involved, and the rest and the team were very appreciative of the fact that she's coming and she has all of these initiatives and innovative, and she has a very nice leadership skills. And we thought that we will have some kind of a stability because there have been some changes in the leadership team for quite some time. We were so happy. Nevertheless, we were supposed to start school in September 1, and she, for personal reasons, resigned 2 days before. Teachers were coming to school September 1, and I was called into the president's office the day before and asking me to fill the posts because there's no one. So I knew that I'm the director of the preschool Tuesday at 8 p.m. and the school would start Wednesday at 8 a.m. So less than 24 hours, I knew that I was the director. I was never the person that would like to take this type of role. I'm not involved in management, and we have a top-bottom hierarchy of leadership. So I wasn't involved in a lot of decisions that were taken, and I was satisfied with the fact that I'll be in the curriculum because this is where my passion is. So we had one week of setting everything and sending everything, and the other members of the leadership team, which were two, were actually new to the school. So they weren't there before. So it was a totally new leadership team. And of course, as you can imagine, it was a mess. For the first month, it was horrible experience, and we were online for 2 years because even before COVID, we were online because of the revolution that was happening and the people protesting, and the streets were a little bit dangerous. Taking that into consideration, it was very hard for us to manage all of that, and with that, we were moving to a new campus. But what we realized is that, okay, fine, we have difficulties, so we went back to the teachers, and we decided we're going to involve them in every single decision, even if it was something procedural or managerial. And teachers, we created some teams, and teachers were taking decisions, and they felt really empowered, and things became more smoother and more systematic, and decisions were more informed rather than haphazard decisions that were taken. We were very satisfied with the move because people were involved, and we trusted the teachers. Basically, we went back and we told them that you're experts and we need your help, and we showed some vulnerability because we were vulnerable, and they were all ready to help with no exception. We've noticed a change in the terms that they're using. Before, we used to say your school when we address the director, your school, or it's something Lebanese. When we're upset, we say it's yours, not ours, despite the fact that it's ours. And now the term is more of we, our school. So the terms that we're using, there have been a shift in the terms. Admission, for example, we used to have only 20% of the teachers involved in the admission. Last year, it was all the teachers with no exceptions involved in the admission. Teachers would not stay in the afternoon except for the student-led conferences and events like that. They were staying 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon for that, and it was a good year. So yeah, my prayer for today is basically trust the teachers so that they will trust you. And this would mean there's a lot of empowerment and there's a lot of let go of the top bottom and more of shared leadership.